Okay, we're recording now. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Is It Kino podcast. I'm your host, Naga, joined today by... Go ahead.
The deer in this movie would have been the best thing if they weren't the worst thing.
Introduce
and
yourself.
I'm Chemo Terepy.
We're introduced by Chemo Terepy and Adam Sandler himself. Hi, Adam. How are you doing? You think those deer could have been done better, Adam?
I have made so much money off of this movie, except
the Is It Chemo
not.
podcast. Is it chemo? Because chemotherapy.
Is it chemo? Oh yeah.
So,
hi, I'm Redcap, and I'm sorry.
Redcap. Yeah. Okay. So we're tonight we watched Adam Sandler's animated comedy drama. That was
Romantic.
genuine. That was a genuine fuck up. I'm really drunk right now, so I had
dramedy romantic Hanukkah Christmas,
there was
except
no romantic.
not
No.
basketball movie.
They didn't fall in love at the end. They didn't.
It didn't.
They didn't. I didn't think there was a kiss or nothing.
They didn't even hold hands with each other on their own volition.
Oh, they did. Yeah, never mind. I'm stupid. We watched Adam Sandler's animated movie 8 Crazy Nights. And Chemo, it is your job to summarize it because technically this is your suggested movie. You have the floor.
Okay, I just want to give a bit of context. Originally, I wanted to watch 12 Angry Men, but they were like, "Oh, it's a stupid school film." So I watched 8 Crazy Nights instead. So it's about a drunk named Davey, and instead of like being fucking locked up for like the fucking irresponsible drunk driver he is, they fucking some basketball referee was like, I'll set him straight, and fucking he gets set straight, and fucking some dumb shit about wanting to patch. It sounds like
See, the
it's
coach,
not really a plot.
The coach that wanted to help him out wanted to win a patch for being the town's best guy, and he kept losing.
Yeah, the town's.
I do hear a little bit of an echo, by the way, still, Redcap.
My head is so far away from my microphone now.
And this movie tries to pretend to be like a Hanukkah Christmas movie. Like, it almost, if you would see the clips, you would think that it's a movie about the dynamic between Christians and Jews. You would also think that it was like a Save the Rec Center sort of like basketball movie or something, but it's not. The basketball plot...
It's not about anything.
It's not about anything. It's about Whitey wanting to win the big vote. And I think what Adam Sandler did is...
Towards the end of the movie, it's about Whitey winning the big vote. Before that, it's a little bit about basketball, and then mostly about Adam Sandler's self-insert Adam Sandler being a drunk dickhead.
What I thought was that, well, he never stops being a drunk dickhead, by the way. Like, here's a moment when he's nice to Whitey at the end, but, like, he never deals with, like, his parents, okay, but he was a drunk asshole, like, aside from just, okay. So, it seems to me like Adam Sandler wanted to make a movie about the character Whitey from Little Nicky. And then he realized that Whitey was a basketball coach, and so then he just wrote that into the movie, but in the plot, like, it's introduced in the beginning, and it seems like Whitey, it seems like it's gonna be a basketball movie, and then he just fucking dropped that plot. And it happens around Hanukkah time, and they also keep mentioning Christmas for some reason, but it's never really, like, it's relevant in so much as this is around the time of year that his parents died, and his parents dying is what made him a dick. And this movie could have been a serviceable like basketball like help the kids out movie, right? But it's trying to be too much without it's aimless, and there's too much
of the money went to fecal,
and there's
too much of the movie's money and emotional budget went into deer eating shit.
So there's these deer that keep showing up, and at first they're really cute. In the first scene they're in, they push a car, but then they keep shitting. They keep either eating shit or shitting themselves, and they're so cute. I would fuck these deer if they weren't so associated with shit in my head. They're just too associated with shit in my head to the point where when we were watching this, Redcap made a joke about the deer being in a polyamorous sexual relationship with Whitey, and instead of me saying I wish I was in a
didn't make that joke. The movie did.
and instead of saying I wish I was in a polyamorous sexual relationship with those deer, I said wish I was in a polyamorous sexual relationship with Whitey. And you know how gross you have to be for me to rather fuck Whitey than you? And I relate to Whitey as a character, so I gotta say I like Whitey is the only good thing about this movie, and his mother. And I love him because he's 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 like Fred.
You did say you
Figglehorn.
would fuck Whitey's sister.
His sister, not really. That was kind of a joke. His mother, on the other hand, holy cannoli. Whitey is such a nice guy.
was also kind of funny.
Whitey, she was funny. She was funny, yes. She wasn't fuckable though. Whitey was.
I don't think there's a single character in this show that I would fuck. Not
Whitey's
a single
mom.
one.
Whitey's mom.
Nah.
But Whitey's such a nice guy, and he gets so much hate. It makes that's relatable. It's how I feel a lot of the time. You know what I mean? And he's also like Fred from the Fred movie in that sense. This movie, Adam Sandler, you wasted so many people, so much great animation talent went into this, and it could have been put to something better. And this movie is so fucking aimless and pointless and gross. And I keep seeing like it was almost of such a mediocre movie with weirdly good animation, and you had to add this gross shit and this aimless shit. Whitey prays to Foot Locker. That is my time. Whitey.
Also, I would like to mention that for every gross out thing, the frame count went up.
Did it?
Like it went up by a lot. Like, you know, like in a lot of TV shows or movies, you have a frame budget for like an action scene or like a regular scene, and you have to like they like doubled the frame budget for the deer gross out humor.
Ugh. I'll be right back.
And the modeling of the fucking.
Do you guys think we would have liked this film more or less if all the gross out stuff was taken out?
I would have liked the
feel
movie
like-
more
I'll be
if the
back
gross
in a
stuff was
second.
gone.
I do have something to say about that.
You'll be back. 100%. If the gross out stuff wasn't in this movie, I would have enjoyed it more.
I feel like yes, it would have been more like a more watchable thing. But
I
at the
would
same
have
time,
cheered every time the deer came on screen, and then that would be the deer without the grossness. The deer would have been my refuge in this movie, but because of the grossness, they weren't allowed to be.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
but
much
because
exactly what I was
I
gonna
feel like
say.
if
Is the deer are so cute, and if it wasn't for the gross out, this movie would have been like a 5 out of 10. But this movie is I'm giving my number rating right now. This movie is a 3 out of 10, and the only reason it even is a 3 instead of a 2 is the animation. But they animated literal shit in teeth.
I have higher standards. This movie is a 1 out of 10.
1 out of 10. The animation. This movie, saying it's a 1 out of 10 is like I couldn't give it a 1.
The one.
I give
The
it a 2
one
out of
is
10.
for the animation.
A 1
I
out of
would
10.
give it a 0 out of 10 if
No.
it weren't for the animation.
I don't go lower than 1. A 1 to me is like this literally isn't a movie. So the lowest anything can reasonably be is a 2, and it's a 3 because
I'd rather
of the
watch
animation.
Birdemic.
I just if
But
this
those-
movie
I-
was live action, it would be worse, right? Like the
Okay,
animation
yes.
is weirdly impressive, so I feel like you at least have to give it that. Like Adam Sandler's movies are usually just cheap ways to get money, but there's no way this animation wasn't super fucking expensive, right?
That's why they had so much product placement.
It's only
in
had
order
like
to
2
make up
voice
the
actors,
cost.
right? Like they had Adam Sandler and they had all the women characters, the 2 women. The one woman, no, because Whitey's sister is voiced by Adam Sandler. So there's literally just the woman, and then Adam did all the other voices.
Fuck,
Yeah,
I
and then the
just give it a
animation
4
was so
because I would-
expensive that they had to like, all right, this is going to be expensive, so we're going to maximize the product placement. How many companies did we get to pay us? Holy shit, 17? All right. Each,
It wasn't
I don't know.
It-
Fucking, okay,
it
so we
wasn't
had
even
See's
enough
Candies,
because, like,
Foot Locker, Panda Express, fucking GMC.
Here's my question, Chemo. How many of these brands,
Yeah.
as a non-American, how many of these brands did you actually even know?
None, literally none. I only know them through like fucking like social like pop culture osmosis.
So I want you to
The only
know
one of those
every
How many
things
single
did you
company,
here.
recognize?
every single company that was mentioned, every single company that we saw, 100% real. None of it was made up for this movie. All of those were real companies. I just want you to know that.
Spencer's Gifts. So yeah, let me go down the list in my head. There was See's Candy, which I have next to my like in the mall that is close to my home, real life. We had the Foot Locker, also in the mall. We have fucking GMC, also in the mall. We had all of these are real locations
Dunkin'
that
Donuts,
are near me. Dunkin' Donuts, of course, yes. I don't
home
think
of
we
the
have.
Dunkachino.
Yeah,
What's my
there was no
name?
Dunkachino.
Dunkachino.
Dunkachino, it's a whole new
That's
game.
Spencer's Gifts.
Dunkachino.
Um,
Anyway, I think even with all the product placements, it's the fucking film still bombed because like, after this film, the animation company went bankrupt.
I
good,
mean,
deserved.
they made the Iron Giant.
Yeah, they made the Iron Giant. Yeah,
Yeah,
Iron
and I
Giant also
wonder,
fucking
yeah, and
never
they
read.
sold out their soul to make this shit.
The Iron Giant to Eight Crazy Nights pipeline.
They made this movie was so shitty that it started leaking
Literally.
into the actual film.
I feel like it was like it being that shit is better than it being boring. I give it at least a 4. Because I
So
feel like the worst sin a film could commit is like boring me.
This movie was boring.
It
the
was boring, but it had like
no, it
the
was
gear
fun for
eating
me.
shit like spiking up.
I was drinking the whole time. So we had a game where at the beginning they say that if the main character commits one more crime, he's going to the state penitentiary for at least 10 more years, right? And so we made it a joke where we were going to drink every time he committed a crime. And I think our final count was 15.
Yeah.
15
Around
crimes
15,
definitely
14.
committed on camera. So this man spent 150 years in prison, and every time he committed a crime, I took a swig of this 11% alcohol beatbox drink here. I also had a Johnny Bootlegger, but I never ended up opening that up. And I don't drink that often, and the fact how hard I was laughing, I wasn't laughing because it was funny. I was laughing because it was absurd. And like rolling around on the floor, it's got to me. I am fucking like the most drunk I've ever been right now. And
You have to be either drunk or high for this movie, and I was neither. I was stone cold sober, and that's why I didn't enjoy it.
Whitey prayed to Footlocker. I would like to reiterate. Whitey prayed to Footlocker
You
and it
create the Foot
worked.
Locker, yeah.
And it worked. And this character of
Yeah, that's
Whitey
that's
initially
accurate.
was in the movie Little Nicky. And the Little Nicky cinematic universe has some continuity errors. All right. That's all. That's all. I can't.
Okay. Fucking what else do we even have to say
Um,
about fucking Eight Crazy Nights?
I would not have been able to watch this movie alone. I'm so glad you two were here
Me
because
too,
otherwise
man.
I would
I
not
don't
have been
think I
able to
could have
finish
done
it.
this either.
Yeah, me
I
too.
love you guys. This is a bonding experience. This is what we call trauma bonding. This is when people
I love you
experience
too,
the
Matt.
same trauma, they bond over it. You guys, I love you so much, and I'm so thankful that
I
you
love
watched.
you too,
I'm
Snake
so
Man
thankful that
Booze.
you watched Eight Crazy Nights with me, because I couldn't do this on my own. I'm not even exaggerating.
If one of us died during like the watching process, I would have had survivor's bias. I meant survivor's guilt.
Survivor's Guilt, yeah. I am putting Purell on my hands in order to feel better about this right now.
I don't think there were
I need
8
to
nights,
clean
by the
my
way.
hands of this
I
film.
didn't like count, but that
I
only
don't
There
felt
think there were
like
eight
4 or
crazy
There were
5
like
nights.
4.
Yeah, right? Like that wasn't
There
8 nights.
There was the first night, and then there was the first night where he got drunk, and then there was the second night where his trailer burned down. Then there was the third night where he was hanging out with Whitey, and then there was the fourth night where it was the award, and maybe a fifth night where they were just being like in the house and doing the fucking technical foul music.
Technical
Yeah.
foul.
There should have been like a 48 hours later like day counter at like the bottom. Like saying like how much time has elapsed.
Day 8, dawn of the final night.
24 hours remain. 24 hours remain.
Boom, boom, boom.
Have you guys like
That's
besides
it.
Eight
I'm
Crazy
done.
Nights? What
I don't
other
got
Adam
anything.
Sandler films have you guys seen?
Bedtime
I've seen-
stories.
okay,
I
so
keep
I
bringing up
watched a lot
bedtime
of
stories, man.
Bedtime stories.
Bedtime
I
stories.
liked bedtime stories as a kid. I liked bedtime stories as a kid.
Even
We
as
are
a
not
kid,
watching
bedtime
it
stories
because I'm
had some
not
shit
using
that
my
made me
slot.
cringe. Like it was the balls stuff. When people get hit in the balls, I can't. I don't like that.
Yeah. Okay,
The
so it was
technical foul.
bedtime story, 51st dates.
Hold on. So the
Happy
technical
Gilmore,
foul song.
Happy
So
Madison.
the technical foul song. That's a remnant of this being a basketball movie, right? Like that's like a song
Yeah.
Oh,
that
yeah.
Whitey would sing if he was trying to teach him how to be a coach. But nothing ever came of that. I just and the kid was playing hockey
No, he was
later.
teaching him how to
wasn't
be
he?
a decent. I don't know hockey. I don't know what the fuck you're talking. Like
The
that
kid.
they
There
were
was
doing ice rink thinging.
The ice
They were just
rink
in
thing.
ice rink
I
because
don't.
Christmas.
There was something we were talking about before we started recording. What was it?
I don't think they were playing hockey. They were ice skating.
Whatever. Whitey got moves. Oh, Whitey got moves. By the way, can we talk about?
wait.
how...
Okay, hold up. I just said something. You know how
Okay.
like a Whitey's attire is like black and white stripes. Maybe
This-
that's why he was spraying to Foot Locker because the Foot Locker guy was also like has a white and black striped shirt.
He was praying to sports. Foot Locker's
Praying to
sports
sports.
shoes.
So I don't know if you know this, but that's what referees wear. That's why it's the Foot Locker guy. But also that's fucking hilarious
Ah.
because I see it, because I get it. In Whitey's fucked up man-child mind, in his broken, in his sick, twisted, dark fantasy, the Foot Locker guy is his god. That's what he wears. That's like his guy.
He's a consumer with 2 O's.
I think Eight Crazy Nights is a bad movie, but if you're watching it with your friends, I never got it until now. I don't usually do things drunk. I usually only drink for social situations. But I think the whole like watch this movie drunk with your friends, I get it.
Well, I mean,
If I had to watch this
the reason this
sober and
works
alone,
is
I would have actually killed myself. And I'm not even exaggerating.
I wouldn't put.
I think I would have looked at the window. I live on the second story. I think I would have looked at that window, and I think I would have done it. But the fact that I've been drinking, the fact that this movie is so absurdly horrible, I think
You guys think
I would have.
It
I think
crosses
if I
over to
watched
the
this
it's so
movie
bad it's
sober,
good?
I would have actually killed myself. And I'm not even exaggerating. I think that would have been enough to... I think the first time the deer smile with the shit in their teeth would have been the moment that I did
nasty.
it. I think I would have done it. Adam Sandler, you are my one reason.
For living.
You
No, for
You always-
killing
you always
myself.
treat
I
another
would have
one
killed
million
myself and
each
put Adam
fucker.
Sandler's name as the only name in my suicide note.
I'm sorry. That's
I am-
really fucking funny to me. I'm
I
just
am not
imagining
kidding.
a
That was
corpse
for, like, a
holding
fucking-
just
that was
somebody.
for like a Zodiac killer like esque manhunt to figure out who the fuck and like what the fuck happened.
A note
You're
that
just
just says,
you're just
8 crazy
Adam
nights.
Sandler. Just says Adam Sandler, written in your own blood moments before your death.
This is a
You're gonna be in,
Filthy
like you're gonna
Frank
be on like
skit,
a
by the
Wendy
way.
Goon
This
video
is
on like 25
literally...
most mysterious
This is
suicides.
literally a Filthy Frank skit that we're describing right now, by the way.
Okay.
My gob.
The droop
Man.
the snoot droops. All right.
Anyway. Fucking
God, where was I?
This movie
I'm
has
trying to
nothing
think
to
of
do
a
with
bright
anything
spot.
that it's supposed to be about. The bright spot is the
About,
small
yeah.
period of time when the deer aren't shitting themselves or eating shit. That's the only bright spot in this movie.
Yeah.
I kind of like when Adam Sandler and Whitey were bonding for that like 5 minutes and a like extended scene.
That wasn't too bad.
Sure.
That was kind of nice. Like him bonding with the kid as well.
The lady,
It was probably kind of nice because like he wasn't being an asshole for once in the entire film.
The lady singing was all right. The girl, the mom, her singing was all right. She's a good singer.
Yeah.
Adam Sandler was not good musically in this movie.
No,
He
don't say
sounded like
mean
he was
things.
trying to
But
do a Bob Dylan impression the whole time.
don't say mean things about Adam Sandler. We need him to give us $1 million. Was that in the
I'm sorry,
podcast?
Adam Sandler is not going to give.
No,
No,
it
Was
wasn't
that
that.
in
we
the
have not.
podcast
We've
or was
not
that
told them.
that was in the watch along? So Adam Sandler's
That
gonna
was in the
That
watch
was in the
along.
recording.
Adam Sandler is gonna give us all $1 million because he's 400. Adam Sandler's net worth is $440 million. This man is halfway to becoming a fucking billionaire. You wouldn't even notice if it was gone. Adam, I plead to you once again. Just give all three of us $1 million. You wouldn't
For the
notice.
crime of making this movie, you need to give us personally $1 million
We
each.
demand recompense. We demand reparations for having to watch this movie.
He needs to pay us in punitive damages.
You know, knowing how much this movie bombed, you could probably give like $10,000 to every person who saw this movie in theaters, and still not notice the money is gone.
Was it even in theaters? Was it straight to DVD?
Nah, it's the animation was too good. It has to be in theaters.
Damn.
But also, this movie doesn't seem like it knows who wants to be, right? Because with like the Save
God,
the
it-
Rec Center plot
this movie
and with
can't-
the animation, you'd think that it wants to be like a family movie. But like the literal shit. I think the third act breakdown where he swears is all right. Like that could have been a good scene.
He's
If
been
this
swearing
movie-
throughout the whole movie. What are you talking about?
I only remember
He says
hearing him
crap.
drop
He
a
says
shit
crap, but that's
once. I don't remember him saying fuck
yeah, he
or
didn't say
shit or
shit,
hell
but
or
he says
anything.
crap a bunch.
Crap isn't a swear.
He says hell a bunch though.
He says hell.
Yeah, he says hell
He
and
said a
crap a
hard
bunch.
swear. Like shit is a hard swear. In the
Yeah,
third
shit is
act
a-
breakdown with the rock music and shit, I felt like that scene could have been a genuinely good scene if it was in the kind of movie that this movie pretends that it is, but it's not. Like this.
I think the
Hi,
funny
this
part
is the
this-
Nostalgic Critic. CinemaSins
Yeah.
score of 9 million.
I can't control
Movie
myself.
isn't even about Hanukkah or basketball.
Adam Sandler ex machina. Ding.
It's an uncontrollable. Like I'm not even joking. I'm not exaggerating. The random yells in pain. I'm not doing it on purpose. And this might just be tics. This might just be my tics because I have tics sometimes. Oh, my body can't handle it. It's like I'm
I
trying
am
to.
posting images from this movie. Oh,
It's
can we
like-
talk about how
It's like my body is trying to throw up, but it can't do it.
That it's not even the worst like Christmas film ever. Like kind of like
Yes, it's the
like,
worst
Christmas
Christmas
animated
film
film
ever.
made.
It's not a Christmas movie. It's not
No,
a
I
Hanukkah
would-
movie.
I wouldn't.
this is as much a Christmas movie and this is as much a Hanukkah movie as
A basketball movie.
It's as much it's as much as it's a Christmas movie as it is a basketball movie as it is as fucking Die Hard is a Christmas movie. All right, it takes place during Christmas and that's it.
I think I have
You
to make
s-
this a 2 out of 10. I think the fact my body is having a physical reaction, my body's never had a negative physical reaction to a movie before. It's 2
I
out of
should
10.
have the alcohol.
No, this ain't just the
Give it a 4
alcohol,
out-
man.
I give it a 4 out of 10. I was like laughing at how fucking stupid it was the whole time.
I was, and that's
That
why
counts
it's
for
not a
something.
1 out of 10. 8 crazy nights.
But yeah, I agree. There was a lot of downtime between this stupid shit.
I don't know. This movie is a nothing burger. It is an air burger. It's
This-
just eating shit.
The deer
Have you guys,
literally
have you
eat
guys
shit.
seen
This movie broke me. So you know how there's those YouTubers? Listen, Chemo, you know what I'm talking about. You've seen Mr. Enter. You've seen the Nostalgia Critic.
Yeah.
You know how every time a YouTuber reviews a movie or a show that's bad, they like say that it's worse than the one beforehand, and the one beforehand was already like
Yeah.
a crime against humanity, and like every time somehow it manages to get worse in their eyes. I get it. I get it. I get it. Because I don't even have words. Because this movie has done harm to me. This movie has done harm to me. This movie, it's this movie is crime number 16. All right. I
Crime number 0. This movie
my
existing.
vocabulary, the vocabulary doesn't exist. You know another language. Can you please describe how bad this movie is in Tagalog, please?
Itong pelikula na to ay sobrang pangit. Gusto ko magpakamatay.
Real, brother.
What is Tagalog?
That's the language of the Filipinos. It's
Okay,
Tagalog.
I didn't know that. Cool.
You thought they spoke Filipino, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
Don't worry, so
think.
did I until he said the name of the language, and then I just pretended like I knew what he was talking about the whole time.
Can you give us a basic translation as to what you said in Tagalog?
This film is so bad I want to kill myself.
Okay, cool. I agree.
I really wish you didn't translate it because that sentence meant whatever I wanted it to mean. It described my feelings in a way that English just couldn't. And now you've described it in English.
I think if we watched a really, really cringe YouTube series from 13 years ago, it would have been a better experience.
Dude, have you guys...
That's
dude,
the
let's
hardest
fucking watch
criticism
the...
you could have given it. Right there. That's it.
Do you guys know about Analysis Anarchy?
I've heard of it
No.
vaguely. I think it has something to do with My Little Pony.
Yeah, it is. It's a bunch of like brony analysis YouTubers, like role playing as TF2 characters, reviewing episodes of MLP while
That sounds
like role playing
based as
like
fuck.
as the TF2 character.
Nah, that sounds.
It's really not.
That sounds like
I would
something I would
rather
have
watch
loved. That sounds like something I would have
Fallout
loved as a kid.
Equestria on YouTube.
That sounds like something I would have loved as a kid.
Yeah, there's like
But then
there's
I
like a
would have
recurring
looked
plot and
back
there's like
on.
drama, there's love triangles and shit.
That seemed like something I would have loved unironically as a kid, but then later I would have like looked back on it with like I a little bit of an ironic detachment and then still loved.
We're gonna the next episode we're gonna review Analysis Anarchy, all of it.
No, next episode is Phantom of Paradise.
Yeah. Maybe a movie that I'd actually find interest in.
You like Phantom of the Paradise? It's pretty good. Cause I'm the next recommendation, and then it's Lantern again.
I don't know what movie. movie I'm gonna pick.
Oh
wait, no, I do. I remember. Quest for Camelot.
Quest for Camelot? Isn't like Monty Python?
No, Quest for Camelot is the fucking.
Oh yeah, the dragon, the fucking one with the fucking fat ass dragon that Lawrence Fowler animated. I remember that.
Fat ass like has a fat
That's
ass,
like the
or
only
fat
thing I know
ass
it
like
for.
it's just fat.
It's just fat. It's a dragon fat.
It's a two-headed dragon. One's a fat side, one's a skinny side, but the body is still fat. And they do an Elvis music bit. What?
Would you rather have sexual relations with Shrek or Whitey?
Shrek.
Are you
Whitey.
sure?
There's more personality there.
Keep in mind how disgusting Shrek really is. Like I know the memes and stuff.
Yeah, I know.
Man bathes in mud.
Mud, unquote.
Is the third option killing yourself? Can I do that?
No.
Right with White, he's kind of like old man gross, but he's not like Shrek gross.
Whitey is a fucking yeti. He has a literal shirt made of his own hair.
I'm like 60% sure Shrek has like 90 STDs.
STDs nuts.
Like, no one is convincing me otherwise. He's not fucking like the swamp animals.
Do you think Whitey's a virgin?
How about here's the compromise. I'd rather fuck Donkey.
Donkey?
It's not an option.
Dude,
Yeah.
the fucking I'd fuck Donkey's wife. Am I right, brother? Fucking dragon fuckers.
Real.
Well, I mean,
you weren't there for the
that's
Shrek
obvious.
review. Chemo, you weren't there for the Shrek review.
I
talked about.
Would you rather get topped by Shrek or be vored by Dragon?
Topped by Shrek because Vor is horrific and you die.
You don't die at the end. It's soft vor.
Oh,
What
if I don't
happens?
die,
Does she
then
poop
fucking
you out at
dragon
the
won,
end?
of
Like
course.
what? Like what? I
No, she just coughs you up. She just burps and you fall out. I guess.
I guess
That's a
that.
dangerous question depending on the person you're asking, man.
You would rather. Okay, cool. Good to know. I'm going to immediately forget this film and anything associated with it
I don't
second
think
I go to
could
sleep.
forget. You're such a lucky person. I don't think I'll forget this, and I wish I would. I wish that I was drunk. I wish that I actually forgot stuff when I'm drunk, because I don't. I'm gonna remember all of this in horrific, traumatic detail, and I'm gonna have to live the rest of my life as a guy who's watched 8 Crazy Nights.
There's two eras of your lifetime: pre and post 8 Crazy Nights.
Nights, yeah.
You're you don't know how right you are, Goliath.
Is where
That's a
From
reference
here
to
on
the movie
out,
that you
we're
guys
going
haven't
to.
watched yet.
From here on out,
it's
Great Crazy Nights is now the.
It's PCN and ACN, man. It's pre-Crazy Nights and after Crazy Nights.
Hey, from 8 Crazy Nights is now the measure from which we will measure every single movie ever.
No movie will
So,
ever be this bad.
from here on
I
out-
cannot imagine a movie being
No. Like, okay, is this movie twice as good as 8 Crazy Nights? 100 times as good as 8 Crazy
good?
Nights? Like,
I would tell you,
it's the unit of measurement.
Shrek 1 is literally, and I'm not exaggerating, and I understand the difference between a million and a billion. Shrek is literally 1,000,000,005 times better than 8 Crazy Nights. 1,000,000,005.
Wait, Redcap, I just realized something. Since you gave 8 Crazy Nights a 1, you can do like a 1 out of 10. Like, how many 8 Crazy Nights was it better than?
It was.
well, I mean, the problem is 8 Crazy, the multiple 8 Crazy Nights is worse than 8 Crazy Nights. Because it's like a negative number. Because it's like, it just gets like
4 out of 8 Crazy Nights. That's how we're gonna have to start. We're gonna have to start. The measuring scale is no longer out of 10.
No, actually,
it's out of 8. It's how many Crazy Nights is
this is a terrible idea, actually. This is a terrible idea, actually. I've decided this isn't funny. This isn't good. This isn't funny. I'm done. We're not doing that. I refuse.
That's the most genuine, sober take you've ever had. I love it.
The bits are done. I don't want to do that.
I'm gonna bring this back 10 episodes later exactly, and it's gonna be a gut buster.
And I'm really excited for whatever Paradise or whatever movie is next.
This movie has done psychological damage to me.
I'm genuinely unwell.
I am. I literally, midway through the review, I literally just said I'm mentally ill, and no one even reacted. That's the point that we're at.
Because it's normal. This is what 8 Crazy Nights does to you. You can remove 8 nights. It's just the movie is called Crazy because it makes you crazy.
I think we have to.
The beach that makes you old? No, this is the Adam Sandler film that makes you crazy.
We have
watched Berserk, right?
I've never seen an episode.
Sorry, what?
I've avoided Berserk just because I know that it's never getting finished.
Redcap, you watched Berserk, right?
No.
Okay, never mind. I thought you watched because you fucking sent it to Berserk.
I will say the mask design from Berserk is taken from Phantom of the Paradise, actually.
Yeah, that's what I'm fucking thinking. It's like, what? I googled Phantom of the Paradise, and I was like, that's fucking.
So the Phantom of the Paradise went on to inspire both Berserk and Darth Vader. The Phantom of the Paradise's costume from the neck down is Darth Vader's costume. And it came out before Star Wars too. It came out before the first Star Wars. It's a good movie.
I know about Berserk because I watched a lore video on it, but I've never seen it. And I've also seen the fucking demon horse.
My favorite part of Berserk.
I was told about it.
My favorite part of Berserk is when Guts says, "I'm going Berserk," and then he goes Berserk all over everyone.
My favorite scene in Berserk is when the Behelit turns the world into a place of red stone faces in the sky and ceiling, and it becomes hell.
So I think that we need to.
My friend forced me to watch.
We need to review this movie every year on Hanukkah. I think.
I refuse.
On the 8th day of Hanukkah. Every year.
I will
cease to.
I will fully block you every Hanukkah if you try to pull that shit.
When is Hanukkah, by the way? I don't know.
It is the Jewish winter holiday.
No,
it's
when?
Menorahs have
the first day of Hanukkah is Christmas, and then there's 7 more days.
The first day of Hanukkah is not Christmas. You fucking retard. You look. You sound so racist right now.
Is it not?
No, it's a different.
I thought Christmas Eve.
No, it has nothing to do with Christmas. Hanukkah happens around November, December every year. It's based off the Jewish calendar, like that they used back in the day. It celebrates a miracle because the Jews were wandering around the desert and they didn't have enough oil to light a lantern for more than one day, and it lit for 8 days or 7 days or whatever.
Okay.
And that's what they
Oh, is
celebrate.
that where it's from?
Yes.
So no,
And
it
Hanukkah-
did start on Christmas, December 25th this year.
Okay, maybe
Which
this
is why.
year, but it's not every year. It's dependent on the calendar.
Yeah, it's the 2025. It's the 14th to 22nd. In 2026, it's the 4th to the 12th, and then on 2020, like so, a third of the time it's on Christmas. But
There's not a
only
single
a third of the
actual
time.
menorah in this. The guy who lights up Adam Sandler's character's house, by the way, he never gets like in trouble for that or anything, and Adam never gets his house back. There's so many like loose threads in this movie. It's insane, right?
Well, because this movie
Yeah.
doesn't have any structure. It's just bullshit.
Whitey,
It's bullshit for
Making it
bullshit's
after
sake.
a couple
Whitey
years.
prays to Foot Locker. I just keep coming back to that.
And that was the most real. And honestly, Whitey praying to Foot Locker was the most religious. It was the most honest and direct religious reference in this entire film.
It.
Yeah.
If you guys,
It was
listen-
more. Sorry,
If you guys listen to the watch
Whitey
along,
praying to Foot Locker was a more genuine expression of religious fervor than every Jewish reference, Hanukkah reference in this film.
it was. That's the fucking part. Is you're right.
Yeah.
But that was the tipping point for me. That was where I literally had the breakdown where I just said I'm mentally ill, and I was rolling around on the floor and running out of breath and salivating at the fucking mouth, and I had to check my phone to see if my grandma had texted me because I was being too loud. Like, for those of you that see the watch along, I don't know if I'm uploading it to YouTube. I don't think I can. I think I have to upload it somewhere else because it's gonna get copyright stricken just for the audio. But if you guys ever find,
You're gonna upload it to Google Drive, and then like you're gonna make a new
I
Gmail
will.
account.
There's gonna be
upload
a
it to
Google
Google
Drive
Drive,
link.
and then in the description.
in the description, there's gonna be a link to the watch along in a Google Drive link. And guys, listen, if you get to the part where Whitey, and we keep pausing by the way, and we don't give a timestamp or nothing, so you just gotta like figure it out.
I mean, no, I mean the movie is recorded in the file.
But I'm
you
gonna
get to,
cover it.
you,
I'm gonna cover
we're
it,
with
'cause
us.
I'm not. I don't want Adam Sandler to fucking
It's
sue
on-
me. Is the main thing.
Adam Sandler is never going to find out. I'm sorry. I'm gonna tell
We
it
can
to
get
you
popular.
straight.
We can get
This
popular.
This thing is not gonna be the thing that makes you popular. Okay.
The podcast as a whole could get popular overall. But for those of you that get to that part in the watch along, and you can hear there's something broke in me. It was that scene. It was the moment that I realized Whitey was praying to fucking Foot Locker. That was that's the moment that changed me. Like everything else is just a bad movie, but I felt something change in me that day. I felt something snap.
I'm going to tell everyone it is 5 a.m. right now.
We were recording
it's
until
7.
fucking noon whenever we watched The Princess Bride. So don't you fucking dare. We're not even an hour into this recording,
I'm
by
sorry.
the way. We're only 38 minutes into this recording, and the standard podcast.
That's all this
episode-
movie fucking deserves.
This movie, I could
That's what
write.
you say.
I have so much going on in my head, Lantern. I have so much that I can't even put into words. I could write a master's thesis on all of the reasons why this movie is bad before I even mentioned the part where Whitey prays to Foot Locker.
Are you sure that wouldn't be the core of your thesis?
It would. What I'm saying is that's how much content there is to explain why this is bad, is that I wouldn't even have to go over my thesis to 38 pages. 38 pages and 4 pages of bibliography and citations, bro.
Can we talk about the very first scene of this movie where Adam Sandler burps and then auto-tunes his burp?
I didn't notice that.
Did you forget about this? I didn't.
Listen,
What
so
was he-
much
What was he
happened.
drinking, by the way?
Alcohol of some kind?
The burp was he was drinking he was in a restaurant, like an actual Asian restaurant. And he was drinking were they
Was he drinking
fucking
sake?
scorpion
Was he
bowls?
drinking
Yeah, they said
sake?
scorpion-
Was he drinking sake? Was he drinking Naga sake?
Dude.
On 8 crazy
Okay,
nights?
ooh, what a spoiler.
A scorpion bowl is a it is okay, let's see. It is 3 cups of crushed ice, 2 fluid ounces of gin, 1 fluid ounce of dark rum, 2 fluid ounces of regular rum of 151 proof, 2 fluid ounces of light rum, 2 fluid ounces of vodka, 2 fluid ounces of grenadine syrup, 8 fluid ounces of orange juice, 10 fluid ounces of pineapple juice, 3 fluid ounces of fresh lemon juice, 4 pineapple chunks, and 8 maraschino cherries.
He's so real for that.
Wait,
That's how I would be.
And he
drinking
drank
if I had
4 or
that.
5 of them.
4 of
I
them,
would
yeah.
drink 4 or 5 of them if I had to watch 8 Crazy Nights.
One for each, huh? One for
One
each
for
for 2
each
days.
night. One for each night, bro.
Oh,
Don't they like?
fucking.
Don't they like fucking murder drug addicts in the Philippines?
The president, not now. The president that did that is like out, is on the way out. But yeah, they used to.
Holy shit, man, that's crazy. They don't murder porn addicts,
That's
right?
8 crazy nights.
That's 8 Crazy.
No, if they murdered porn addicts, everyone would be dead. Hey, did you know Did you know Philippines is like the highest like per capita user of Pornhub in the entire world?
I did not know that.
Now
That's
you
crazy, right?
know, and knowing is half the battle.
Honestly, I feel more close to the Philippines than I've ever felt.
After watching this movie with you, Chemo Terepy, friendship ended with the Jews. My new best friend is the Filipinos. That's.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can make that joke. It's just a joke, guys. It's just a joke, guys. It's just a joke, guys.
Free Palestine.
Why? I don't know why you. That's kind of racist that you would. That okay? Hold on. No. I'm sobering up for a second. All I said was the Jews broadly. I didn't mention the state of Israel. And the fact that you heard the phrase the Jews and you immediately went to the atrocities committed by Israel in my head is kind of fucked up on your mind. Because when I think of Jewish people, I don't automatically associate them with the acts of Israel any more than I associate any ethnic group with any state that you might
are
associate
correct.
with them.
You are indeed correct. I'm letting you know that.
I'm too drunk to be making this sober of a point.
It's
I was also making a sober point. All right, I was making like I think I had a point, but then I realized that like it was coming out like anyway. Whatever. Fuck.
By the way, the Jewish song they sing is actually just called Bum Biddy. That's the actual title of the song.
I felt like they were trying to
Yeah,
make
that's the real
random
song. It's just
like actual song.
Bong Biddy Bong. Yes, it's on YouTube. Eek a mouse.
So when I seen the bum bitty bum part out of context,
yeah.
I
Bum
figured
Yeah.
that it would make more sense in context. They just force it in because you were forgetting that it was supposed to be a Hanukkah movie.
Actually, I looked up Bum Biddy, and the only thing that's coming up is 8 Crazy Nights. And it's on the 8 Crazy Nights soundtrack.
Adam.
Are you sure?
I just called you Adam. I'm sorry. I just called you Adam.
That's fine.
Redcap.
It's not my name. It's not my name, so it's fine.
I know, but I just implied that you were similar in any way to Adam Sandler, which is offensive beyond any reasonable measure.
Oh God, you're right. You know what? I would do a better job as Adam Sandler.
Everyone would. Tommy Wiseau.
I would take all $440 million, and I would donate. And I would fund.
Adam, I had a point I was trying to make. Adam, shush. Adam, what was I making a point about? Fuck, you made me forget.
Bum Biddy song.
That song. There was no. I've lost it.
So yeah, it's not a real Jewish song.
Oh,
it's
no, what I remember.
The only thing that comes up.
No. The reason is when an event as intense as 8 Crazy Nights happens to your culture, it's going to overtake whatever already exists there. It's like it's like trying to find a list of Santa's reindeer that doesn't include Rudolph, even though the original list never included him. That's how intense it is. Like 8 Crazy Nights, the cultural impact. I'm never gonna be the same man, and I'm not even kidding.
What even films are there where like Hanukkah is like the main focus besides 8 Crazy Nights?
Santa Inc.
Santa Egg. Hey oh. Not gonna lie, that fucking
I don't think I've ever
that show
seen a Hanukkah movie.
that shit suck. It's not
This
that it
wasn't a
fucking
Hanukkah
sucked, but I would
movie.
fuck that
I
elf
no
so
no no.
hard.
I've
Goddamn.
seen. I think I saw a Veggie Tales episode as a kid that focused on the story that Hanukkah's based off of. If that counts.
I think so.
No.
No.
VeggieTales
guys
is a very Christian.
It is, but they don't stray away from like the Israelites as like a factor.
No, but they're coming at it from a very Christian perspective, which is not the correct way to do it.
I'm just that's the closest thing I can think of, man. Is I'm pretty sure I watched our VeggieTales episode as a kid that covered the story that Hanukkah's based off of. Other than that,
Both hosts of VeggieTales are fruit.
okay, you're a fruit.
Yeah,
Bob the
yeah,
All
tomato
of the hosts of this
and
fucking podcast
Larry the
are
cucumber.
fruits. All of the hosts of this podcast are
Yeah.
cute, are
yeah.
fruits.
The post of this
Nice.
podcast are fruit. Yes,
I'm
I am
drunk.
gay.
Shut up.
What's your favorite? What's your guys' favorite? What's your guys' favorite Bible story?
Job, because it God is so frivolous and cruel, and I think that's the closest to reality.
I really like Daniel and the lions because they killed the wise men tried to fucking kill Daniel because he was getting too close with the king, so they threw him in the pit of lions. But when the king when they saw him, he was just chilling there. The lions didn't eat his ass. I think that's really fucking funny.
For me, it's definitely the story of Job.
How about you?
Because like
Uh,
I definitely feel like
my favorite
if God
Bible
was
story
real,
is when.
Let me finish my explanation, man. Because if God
Sorry,
was
go
real,
ahead, sorry.
God would be so detached that he would just ruin someone's life to make a point to someone who like he doesn't even really like that much, and then just not even fix it when it's over. You know what I mean? Because what is one
Yeah.
human life? I mean, like in the cosmic scheme of things. Okay, go ahead,
Yes,
Lantern.
dick move God.
My favorite Bible story is when Satan tells Jesus to jump off a cliff because he actually thought that would fucking work for some reason.
Is that a thing?
Yes. It's like there's a
That's
scene where Satan tempts Jesus to jump off a cliff, says, "Hey, you are the son of God. You are immortal. Jump off the cliff, you'll live." And he thought that would work.
He
That's-
probably
that's
would
in the
have
Bible.
died, though, right? Like if the real Jesus
No,
died,
Jesus is mortal. He's
if
mortal.
the real
He
Jesus
died.
died
He was
from
capable
jumping
of
off
death.
of a cliff, they 100% would have changed the story, so he just started flying, right? Like,
Oh yeah, if the real Jesus jumped off a cliff and then died because Satan told him to jump off a cliff because he's
he had
immortal,
fucking schizophrenic
then
episodes,
this
like,
was
stop.
okay. The truth is, this is really, really, really early in the Bible. So if that happened, Jesus wouldn't be a folklore character.
Can we compare? Is it saucy? Can we compare Jesus to a king from One Punch Man? As in, he's just a fraud, and everyone's just
I've only seen
just-
the
he
first
just- he
season
just-
of One
he just
Punch
kept-
Man. King isn't even in that. I only know him I know the character concept, but
I think I've only ever seen the first season of One Punch Man.
Jesus is king. I don't know if you ever heard the people online. Jesus
Oh,
is
yeah.
king. Jesus is Lord.
Jesus king.
I hope they're
Mr.
not-
Satan from Mr. Satan
Dragon
from
Ball, yeah, Mr. Satan.
Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Mr. Satan from
Yeah.
Dragon Ball is a more powerful character than Jesus.
Yeah.
Mr. Satan from
They
Dragon
both have
Ball.
the same power.
If Mr. Satan was in original Dragon Ball, he would have been actually a pretty good villain, I think, because he is.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh my god.
Because one, he is strong enough to keep up with the OG Dragon Ball characters. Because he's about on par.
He
with,
picks
like,
up a car and throws it.
He's on par with like the best of the best humans in real life. But Dragon Ball Z characters are so absurdly overpowered that it's insane, right? And I think that
Actually,
specifically-
Mr. Satan in the saved the world from Boo. Like he
Multiple
distracted
times, yes. It
Boo
had
and
nothing to
like
do with
turned
his
him how to
power,
be
but
taught him how to
my
be a
point-
good
let me
person.
let me explain my point. In the original Dragon Ball, he would have been powerful enough to keep up with Goku, but then he also, like, conceptually, he's a liar and a cheat and a charlatan, and he doesn't know the value of a hard day's work. He has no technique. He is not a true master of the martial arts, and that's what would have made him a good villain thematically.
Yeah.
Also, he also saved the entire like universe when Goku was trying to make a spirit bomb and he needed everybody's power, but no one was giving it to him because
Nobody knows who the fuck
no one
Goku
knows
is.
who the fuck
Yeah.
Goku is. But then Mr. Satan is like, "Hey everybody," and everyone's like, "Yay!" And then they gave all the power to Goku because Mr. Satan said so.
Real.
I've never watched Dragon Ball. I will, but like I've heard that the spirit bomb has never once landed on the target it was being aimed
It
at.
has
Is that
landed once. It has
that's very
landed
fucking fun.
once, and it was the one that Mr. Satan was like, "Yay!"
So
Like
Dragon
conceptually, that
Ball,
sounds really
the
fucking
original
funny.
Dragon Ball is really cool. It's basically like anime Adventure Time, but then after the first arc, it stops being about this whole cast of characters and starts just being about Goku, and it goes downhill very fast. And Dragon Ball Z is basically just the like lame parts of the original Dragon Ball,
Yeah.
and like I'm keep real with you, Dragon Ball Z. I I need to go put something away and pee, and then I'll be back. You guys talk. I talk too much. You guys talk. You have fun. I love you. Mwah. No homo. No homo.
You know what? Okay.
That was a good night kiss. That was like on the cheek.
Yeah.
That's
Redcap. You
fine.
know what fucking pisses me off so hard? Recently, a Netflix show came out called Doctor Slump. It's like a Korean. It's like a Korean and a like comedy drama
Doctor
about like
Slump.
doctors,
Doctor
right?
Slump is not new. Doctor Slump was made by the guy that made Dragon Ball.
No, no, no. There's a Korean drama that came out recently called Doctor Slump. And it pisses me off because whenever I try to talk about Doctor Slump with other people, they're like, "Oh, like the rom com." Like, no, I'm talking about the fucking Toriyama. You fuck.
What? I've never heard of a Doctor Slump.
It's fucking. It's in Netflix Asia.
Okay.
Like, so you know.
So
It's
someone
probably
messaged me and was like, "Hey, hi, it's been a while. What's going on?" I was like, "I just watched a horrible movie with friends for a podcast." And they're like, "Ooh, what movie?" And they said, and I told them Adam Sandler's Eight Crazy Nights, and they said, "Lamau. I heard the animation is pretty good though."
that's almost exactly what fucking that Naga said.
It really is not that great. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Man, you reckon? I feel like I don't know. I feel like Toriyama's a fucking hack. He doesn't have like an ounce of like an artistic spirit. He was really good when he was doing his own shit, but he keeps fucking placating to like fucking shonen editors, and I think he's a he's become a really bad artist for it.
Sorry,
I'm
I was
back, and I have a
messaging
lot
that
to
person.
say about
Continue.
Akira Toriyama. So one, Doctor Slump is about a guy named Doctor Slump that made a crazy
Yeah,
powerful robot kid named Errol. Two,
Ariel.
you
Yeah,
do not have room to criticize Akira Toriyama if you said you literally have never seen a single episode of Dragon Ball. So shut your whore mouth. Three, you're
I
I
kind
have
would say
of
watched
like
all
right.
of Dragon Ball, Dragon
However,
Ball Z, Dragon Ball.
However, I wasn't talking about you, Lantern. I was talking about Chemo. However, I've been
Okay.
reading one of a book that's like a collection of Akira Toriyama stories called Akira Toriyama's Manga Theater. And Manga Theater's all right. I think
yeah,
what the issue is that he shifted into shonen when he was never a shonen writer.
yeah,
He was a comedy writer, and he's good as a comedy
yeah,
writer. He's good as a comedy writer. The original Dragon Ball was like a comedy adventure series, which is why I compare it to Adventure Time, because that's really what it was. It was like Adventure Time, and yes. So the issue is that he wanted to make a new series whenever Dragon Ball Z came out, but Dragon Ball was so popular that he couldn't end it. So the guy Kakarot, the actual character that he wanted to write, was just turned
yeah.
into Goku again. They just took Goku and they replaced Kakarot, the actual Kakarot, mind you, the man who doesn't even exist in this reality. They replaced him with Goku, and yes,
Yeah.
so Akira Toriyama has wanted to be done with Dragon Ball for so long, but here's the issue. To be frank with you, Akira Toriyama only really makes one story anymore. It's about a weirdly, insanely powerful kid being wacky and weird and insanely powerful. And Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super and Dragon Ball GT and the end of the original Dragon Ball is what happens whenever you start to take that premise a little bit too seriously.
Yeah.
Akira Toriyama should stick to being a gag comic writer, I agree. However, he's never going to be able to escape the shadow of Dragon Ball Z. And I think he realizes that. And it's sad, because I would... Like, think of all the things you've done in your life. Think of the thing that you did. Say if you're a creative. I don't know. You seem like a creative, Chemo. You seem like a creative. Think of the thing you did that you think is, like, the 4th or 5th best thing you did. Like, the most middle of the road, like you didn't even really think about it too much whenever you did it originally. Imagine if that's the thing that everyone loves, and you have to do that for the rest of your life, and you can never escape it.
That would drive me fucking nuts.
Now you're living the life of famous anime man Akira Toriyama.
Yeah.
Let me know when this recording has reached an hour so I can leave.
You don't.
You have no input. You have like no input on fucking Toriyama.
I care.
The ride never ends.
So a person keeps messaging me about 8 Crazy Nights.
Read it off. This is our content.
Hi Redcap, what's up? Oh, just watched a horrible movie with friends for a podcast. Ooh, a podcast? What movie is it anyway? Adam Sandler's 8 Crazy Nights. It's the worst. Lamau, I heard the animation is pretty good though, and I said it's fine. I also watched a bad movie with friends too, though it's been like weeks ago. I said it's passable. He said, ah. I said the fecal matter scenes were way too expensive. They put so much animation budget into animating realistic poop. And then he says, the most expensive poop joke. I think I should watch it with my friends, Lamau, just to torture them. And I said, it's not good. Don't. And they said, oh, come on. It can't be that bad, right? I've seen worst Adam Sandler's movie.
No, you
Why
haven't.
is he always a shit movie anyway?
No.
And I said, it's the worst Adam Sandler's movie. And he said, good Lord, the final boss. Though the only good Adam Sandler movie is Click. Yeah, that shit's so good I cried. Oh yeah, the movie me and my friends watched. The premise itself is fucking funny.
Click is the most mediocre Adam Sandler movie there is. I agree. Click is the best Adam Sandler movie, which makes it mediocre. However, literally, you can tell this man, this is not... Do not watch 8 Crazy Nights. This is a warning. Hold on, I'm talking to the audience. I'm sorry, Chemo. I'll let you talk in a second. Do not watch 8 Crazy Nights. Do not let your friends watch 8 Crazy Nights. It is not worth it. I am not exaggerating when I say I am a different man. I am a changed human being, and I've changed for the worse. I'm not joking. This is not an exaggeration. Do not watch 8 Crazy Nights. You're going to watch it no matter what I say. No matter what I say, you're still going to watch it because you're an ignorant fool. That's what you are, is you're an ignorant fool. And you're going to watch it, and you're going to say, Naga, I shouldn't have watched 8 Crazy Nights. You were right. And it's going to be too late. It's going to be too late because you've already watched it. And all you can do is acknowledge how horrible it is and suffer with me. And all any of us can do is suffer with each other in the knowledge that we subjected ourselves. We were so ignorant as to not understand what we were truly putting ourselves through. And now we have to live with this scar on our psyches forever.
I told him, this is a warning. Do not watch 8 Crazy Nights. Do not let your friends watch it. They said, damn, that bad? And I said, it will change you in a bad way. And I says, I will watch it just to torture my friends. This is gonna be funny. Secondhand cringe experience will be insane. No. I'm typing right now. No. Listen to my words.
Call him an ignorant fool.
Now.
I'm telling him. Call him an ignorant fool. Tell him.
Watch Adam Sandler's
This is like us telling people not to
8
feed the gremlins
Crazy
after midnight.
Nights. You wanted me to call him a what?
Call him an ignorant fool. And tell him he's going to watch it even though you tell him not to, and that all he's going to be able to do in response after doing the one thing you told him not to do is to tell you that you were right. He shouldn't have watched it, and it'll be too late.
Would you guys okay? I asked a question earlier. Would you guys count Hotel Transylvania and Punch Drunk Love as Adam Sandler films?
No,
Hotel
Hotel
Transylvania
Transylvania is
good
too
movie.
good.
It's
It's
not an
not.
Adam Sandler
It's
movie.
not good, but Hotel Transylvania is not good, but it's so much better than Eight Crazy Nights. Like so much better. Like in comparison to Eight Crazy
Yeah.
Nights, Hotel Transylvania deserves a fucking lifetime achievement award.
They responded with, "I will watch it, and there's nothing you can do about it. I
Dude,
will
God
no
have-
longer. I will no. Ign-
May
God-
God have mercy on your wretched soul.
I know. I am going to simply stop messaging them, and when they watch it, they will come back and start crying.
What's this
And I
guy's
will
username?
tell them-
Send
and
me
I
this
will
guy's
tell them-
username. Send me this man's username. I want to message him myself. The one message. May God have mercy on your wretched soul.
There's like the thought experiment of like seeing the blind man walk into a well and not doing anything about it.
I'm trying. Please, I'm serious. Give me this man's username.
There's a well!
I have to
There's
message
a
him.
I am DMing you their user. I know the fucking Discord user ID. I don't know how to fucking use this thing. Their. I've sent you a picture. That's their username.
That's a pretty short username. That's amazing. Did he manage
Can
to
we-
get that one?
Florian
Can we agree?
himself, the binding of Isaac repentance. That would have been a better
Dude.
movie.
It would kick ass. It's so weird, by the way. It's so weird that Florian is just like a fucking recurring character in like the Monkey Jones kind of like universe.
I suppose. I mean, I didn't know he was the Binding of. He didn't even make the good version of Binding of Isaac that everyone plays. He made the version that's free on Newgrounds.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the original one with fucking Edmund. Do you know he made his own version? Apparently didn't agree with like the game design choice, so he made like his own version of
I
the
thought
Binding
the
of Isaac.
gameplay was the same. It just updated graphics and like on a different engine or something.
No. I'm talking about like the OG like Flash Isaac. He didn't agree with Edmund with like the game design. So like he made his own. I think it's called like the Binding of Isaac Eternal or something.
Tell that person that I just sent a friend request to that the request that they just received is urgent.
I think it's like a fucking, I don't know, like somebody's dying or something. It's just like to warn them
Someone
about
is
fucking
dying.
crazy night.
Them. They're
Someone's
dying.
about to die, yeah.
It is a life or death scenario.
It is.
Fucking.
I'm
Wait,
surprised
guys.
if that's actually their name. Is just those 5 letters, because that's like I
It is.
imagine that would be a pretty common name that someone would want to use.
Maybe they changed it.
Discord.
No, they
Nitro
renamed
user.
themselves like after like the Discord thing. Yeah.
Average
yeah,
Discord
the
Nitro
Discord
user.
like user. The Discord like username change where the numbers aren't
Yeah,
a
like the
thing
big
anymore. That's
reset.
what it is. That's all it was.
Yeah.
Their name
Yeah.
has always been that.
Lucky them that they got there ahead of time. That's a 2015 Discord
Guys, what do you
user
think-
right there.
Guys, what do you think of the Wolfman's wife in Hotel Transylvania?
I don't remember him having a wife in the first movie. Is the only one I watched.
She's fine. She's always pregnant. So it's like
She's always
not for
pregnant
me.
though. Yeah.
So like not for me.
I don't think this is the right person. They have like an anime girl as their profile picture.
That's not them. I sent you a screenshot. If that
Kind of forget like when Hotel Transylvania aired. I meant like first released. It was earlier
oh
than
wait,
expected.
streamer mode is enabled, so maybe that's why I'm not seeing personal information. All right.
Guys, favorite soda right now? Mug root beer. Any other answer is wrong.
Okay,
Mountain
their
Dew.
username
Go fuck
is-
yourself.
This.
No, you can't say that.
Mountain Dew Baja Blast.
Okay, never mind. I fucking agree. I forgot about Baja Blast. It rocks.
You only say
have, like-
that because you
have, like,
come from where they harvest the Baja.
We have like one Taco Bell, like in
I
the
grew
Philippines,
up in
and
the
I
blast
don't think they have
mines.
Baja Blast.
I grew up in the blast mines.
Do you think this movie would have been better or worse if they did SpongeBob style close-ups?
So much worse. So
Good
much worse.
question, actually. I,
Flapjack
maybe
style
actually.
close-up.
If they tailored the script around it, the script isn't tailored around like the jump scare of like the close up.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
I don't know what to do with my life anymore right now. Like,
I don't know,
I guess I'm gonna go watch Rot Grind is the best. I'm gonna go watch Rot Grind, and that will be a better, that will exist in a better universe than the Adam Sandler verse.
have you considered doing art?
Sorry, what?
You said you don't know what to do with your life. Have you considered doing art?
I'm bad at it. I don't. I'd rather not.
Well,
This
everyone's bad
guy,
at it.
I'm
this
going.
this guy really doesn't seem to understand how like I sent him. He said, "Oh, hi there." I said, "I heard you're watching," and then I sent an image that said Adam Sandler's 8 Crazy Nights. And then I said, "We tried to
Yeah.
warn you. May God have mercy on your wretched soul." And his response was, "Lamau, is it that bad?" And my response is just, I'm not exaggerating when I say yes. It is actually that bad.
We're just harassing this fucking person. Redcap, by the way.
They seem to be having fun with it. I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, like, how close are you with this person? Because like, if
Not
this
at
is someone
all.
because if this is someone you really know, I personally am kind of uncomfortable like sending them shit like this.
I mean, like, I vaguely know them. We've hung out. I don't know them in real life. They're like a distant internet friend.
Oh, okay.
Like, before messaging me just now, the last time we had spoken was October of 2023. So October of 2023 is the last time I spoke to
October
a
of
person.
2013.
No.
Guys,
October
here's
of
like
2023.
I have a suggestion. What are you guys like opinions on like doing like a series review of MLP? Just like rewatching it.
The whole series? That's too many episodes of this fucking
No.
podcast is the issue. I like My Little Pony, but we can't watch a whole
I like
fucking
MLP
series.
as well.
Can't watch the whole fucking series.
Like we watch it piecemeal, like 3 episodes for a week or something.
I don't want to. I just don't want to.
Because
The show was not that good to warrant it.
Oh no, I loved it. I just think it's too many episodes.
I
I just don't think we could do
I
it
feel like
because I don't want
I
this
thought the show
entire
was fine.
podcast to be a My Little Pony podcast. Is the thing. It sounds like you're trying to fucking. It sounds like you're trying to fucking sabotage this podcast. To be honest with you.
no, I'm suggesting it because I feel like that would draw in the brony audience. But I feel like, but at the same time,
The
it's the
Brody
brony
audience
audience.
is dead. The show is gone. All right.
No, they're still around. I'm swear to God, they're still around.
They're not, dude. And the MLP board of 4chan
I-
still exists because they refuse to get rid of it when it doesn't have any right to exist anymore, man. Just to be frank with you, the My Little Pony fandom is dead. The new generation, the Shine Your Light or whatever, it's not good. It's not as good as the original as the G4.
It's not good, but like
G4 ended so long ago. We have remnants. In the same way that there's technically an Adventure Time fandom, there's technically still a Friendship is Magic fandom. It's too late. You came in too late. You missed the party. You missed the boat. All you can do now is look back and pretend like you were there, Chemo. I'm sorry.
sorry, we can't live. I can't
You can
live my
still be
dream
a
of
part
being
of like
forced
the
famous.
fan content fandoms. They're still churning out shit.
Nuh-uh.
This is YouTube where I watch.
Fallout Equestria. Sorry, Fallout Equestria.
Fallout
is still putting out
Equestria.
content, okay?
Fallout Equestria.
It's still fucking being updated. I thought it ended.
I don't know. Fucking,
Didn't
I
they
don't.
literally
It
print
would
out an
surprise-
actual
I'm gonna
Fallout
look up
Equestria
My
book at
Little
some point?
Pony on YouTube and see the most recent thing that comes up.
Y'all remember the Sonic Rain Boom? You remember Mike the Mike Sonic Rain
Dude,
Boom?
fucking animated James, what the fuck?
Animated James had an insane downfall, dude. He was working on this story.
I know
He was
all
working
of
on
it.
this series called C Students, I think it was. And
yes,
C Students
yes,
technically
C plus
there was
student.
2 different versions of C Students. There was like the original concept, which was called something else. It was called like dropouts or like trust fund kids or some bullshit. And then later he created
Yeah.
C Students, and it had like 2 episodes, and then nothing ever came of it. And then he just disappeared off the face of the planet.
Sorry, Tapeworms, MLP Infection AU video
not?
uploaded 1
I
month
don't
ago.
know what's up with the Infection AU. I keep getting the Infection AU fucking recommended to me.
I
It's
don't know what the
disgusting and I hate
Infection
it.
AU is.
It's like
some
zombies.
zombie
It's like
shit,
My
I'm
Little Pony
assuming.
Zombies.
It's basically zombies, yeah. What was okay? Animated James, yeah.
Oh god.
He
my
quit.
my YouTube recommended is now full of My Little Pony Infection AU, and I have no idea.
That happens. That's it. All you ever had to do was search one My Little Pony video.
The Flower Infection
Yeah.
MLP Horror by James Elfie 12 days ago.
Dude, animated James Elfie, what the fuck?
Animated James
The
like
reason
poo-poo and pee-pee, right? That was what people got
Yeah,
him
he did
on. They were like,
hard.
oh,
Wait,
like,
sorry,
No,
James
no,
Elf.
specifically
Wait,
hard.
James
Specifically hard.
Elfie is animator James.
No, I don't think so.
No,
Maybe.
I'm just joking.
Okay.
No,
But yeah, no,
I don't know who that
specifically.
is.
people were like, Animated James, he likes poo-poo.
There's a really funny story where supposedly fucking Zach Hadel of the creator of Smiling Friends fucking found like the Skype group where animated James was hanging out, and like they stormed in and started making fart noises to fuck with him, and he complained about it on his DeviantArt.
Oh,
That's so rude.
okay.
That's
so
so
MLP
rude, Zach.
creepypastas
are
Zach,
having
why
a
did you have to do that? That's so rude. Listen, the man's got
Okay,
weird
so I
fetishes,
just learned.
but I liked the animations that he made. Okay, Zach.
So I just learned.
I like Seasons, but I feel like tonally it was borrowing too much from like Fairly Odd Parents and like Ed and Eddie.
I
feel like it
So
didn't have its own
apparently
voice.
MLP creepypastas are having like a renaissance right now.
Cupcakes.
Yeah.
So
Pinkamena?
Infection AU, Smile
Cupcakes with
HD,
Big
and
Amina.
more.
Why? What the fuck?
What if there was like
You
want to
watch a Shunks video?
No. What if there was
I
like
like
a dark,
Shunks.
fucked up version of Pinkie Pie that like killed people?
And put glass in her vagina.
Lantern.
Sorry.
Lantern.
Fucking-
Lantern. I'm sorry. I just called you the actual name. I'm sorry. I'm not editing this. I'm sorry.
that-
You deserve that. Redcap. You're referencing something. You're referencing a very specific thing. That's not like a general thing people know. That's from a very specific game. That's from a very specific Halloween edition of a very specific game. And the fact that both you and I know that, you are a bad person.
My dad just walked in because I was laughing too loud.
Good.
I know.
Good.
Hey, I'm
you
cool.
should
I'm
have
hip.
to
I know where it's
explain
from.
to your father the things that you just said to me.
No.
Naga's still around, by the way. He goes under a different name now.
I thought Animated James is still around.
No, fucking the guy who made. You know what?
The guy that made Band from Equestria. Yeah, I mean I know that he's still around.
Yeah,
That's
the guy
not
made
really
Banff. Yeah.
a secret.
I didn't know that Pokefound was still around.
So Redcap.
Or sorry, Poke Hidden.
What I was gonna say
Anyway.
is I wanted you to explain to me. You are a piece of shit. You know that? See, this is the thing with me and Chemo. Is Chemo just mentioned that one of my songs showed up on a playlist of his for the band. What was it? Best Friends Forever. Or Capitals? Which one was
And
it?
Forever. Yeah.
Best Friends Forever. Yeah,
Yeah, Best
which is
Friends
a
Forever.
band that I only know about through like some really weird, obscure channels where I originally found them. And the fact that Chemo somehow also knows them is insane to me. Like, me and him are on the same wavelength. I found out about Best Friends Forever through a fucking Camp Sherwood thread on 4chan, right? So,
My God.
so the fact that you know them is insane to me. Probably the reason you found them, probably the reason if you found them after you found me, that might be why. because they might be linked to me and my music, given how obscure they are.
No, no, I found it ages ago. Like somebody recommended on Mew. Did you ever recommend it on Mew? By the way,
Insane.
that's what I wanted to ask.
I never did, no, but I'm likely to at
Okay,
some point. So the fact that you know something equally as obscure and equally as like weird, it's a bonding moment. I wanted to say though, at a couple of
I'm
yesterday.
sorry, are we bonding over the Halloween version of a band from Equestria
From
Daily
Equestria?
where Pinkamena talks about
Yes, we
how
are.
she put glass in her pussy so you bleed out in the middle of the fucking game? I don't know.
Yes. You made a comment.
We were bonding
yesterday.
over this?
You made a comment
We're
yesterday.
bonding over this.
I wanted you to defend a point. I wanted you to defend one of your opinions online. Yesterday, you made a comment that seemed to imply that you think that Pinkie Pie is polyamorous, and I'd like you to defend that point with your life.
She's fucking every single one of the main six.
That's not
Oof.
true. Only 2 of them are
I don't
gay.
think so.
Everyone's
two,
gay for Pinkie.
Which two actually?
Rainbow Dash and Applejack. Literally in the last episode, they imply that they're together in the future.
Okay,
Cutaway.
there's no way Rarity is straight. All right, no.
Yeah, I was gonna say if I were gonna bet on which one of them is gay, I would probably one of them would be Rarity.
Really?
Rarity is not straight for sure.
I think she's the straightest one there. I think she's
Really?
a gold star straight. Rarity for sure.
No, I think she hates men so much in quotes that she's a turf.
Okay.
You are dodging the question. How can you say what is your evidence that Pinkie Pie is polyamorous? Not just because she's nice to everyone.
Wish fulfillment? I don't fucking know.
She's you think cheese sandwich is fine with it?
That's the biggest issue. Is I don't think cheese sandwich would be fine with it.
You should be fine with it, yeah.
I don't know. I've never seen fucking cheese sandwich. I just know about it from. I stopped watching My Little Pony because I thought My Little Pony was turning into Equestria Girls.
So did everyone, dude. So did I. They had a horrible dude. Their marketing, the Hub Networks, like the people that worked at the Hub Network had no idea what they were doing. And My Little Pony and Dan Versus were like lightning in a bottle that just like somehow ended up being good against all odds. What's She's
Dan
Out
Versus was
tonight
good.
at 7:30?
Dan Versus is great. Oh my god, I love Dan Versus.
Dan Versus only happened because the real Dan and Chris are real people, by the way. They're the guys that made the show. The real Dan just happened to be friends with some of the people that owned the network. That's it. That's the only reason. And they're trying to get a reboot of the show made. And I've talked with the real Dan, and I gotta tell you, this man is kind of a jerk. To be frank with you, if I had to make a show about him, I probably would have made Dan Versus. Just to be frank with you. He's an edgelord. He's a super edgelord, too. Like, so there's an episode of Dan Versus where Dan falls in love with a fucking cashier at a burger place. And
Yeah, Hortens, yeah.
the real Dan made a comment that character was 15 during during that episode. Nothing in the actual script says anything about that. He literally just said that to sound edgy as shit on Facebook.
There may be hints actually. The restaurant she works at is called Burger File, and like in like the later
File
season,
existed before that
she
episode.
she ends up. Okay.
That was like a reoccurring place.
Did you know fucking Dan Versus was supposed to be live action first?
That doesn't sound like it would be as good.
The picture does.
I don't think Dan
I know, right?
Versus would have worked in the way they were trying to make it originally. So Dan Versus was originally supposed to be an adult show, but they ended up being only able to get it done on the Hub Network. I don't think Dan Versus would have worked as an adult show. I think being a kid's show, they sort of had to get creative. Like, they couldn't just have Dan say, "Hey, buddy, fuck you!" They had to make him go, "I'll eat your children!" Like, he had to get creative in a way that they just wouldn't on an adult show.
Is that the reason why Ren and Stimpy was like early Ren and Stimpy was super good? Because like it was like they were trying to get away with raunchy stuff on the kids network, but like when like the gloves came off and they could be adult, like the charm immediately faded.
I've avoided Ren and Stimpy like my life depended on it, man. Because it does not look like looks like something I would absolutely hate.
Do you remember the Flufflepuff channel?
Yeah,
Dude,
Flufflepuff was cute as fuck.
yeah,
Yeah, they're still uploading, but they've humanized their characters now.
of course.
The last episode is Floof and Friends episode 3, A New Beginning, uploaded 12 days ago.
No
Guys, remember
hooves.
Button Mash Adventures, dude? What the fuck?
Was Button Mash a real, like a regular?
Do not mention Button Mash to me ever fucking again.
So what I was gonna say
Why?
was, does that character have an actual fan series? Because I only know that character from porn.
Same.
Yeah, there's a series about it, and like, it's like there's a really weird Minecraft parody called "Don't Mine at Night" with like Button
Well,
Mash.
I know about
Doe.
Don't Mind at Night, but I only remember Don't Mind at Night
Don't
from
Mind-
back whenever it was a back when it was a just
Minecraft
an animatic. An animatic. They had a My Little Pony animatic, but they hadn't animated it at the time.
I didn't know about the My Little Pony Don't Whine at Night. That's not a thing I'm aware of.
Listen,
I know
Lantern,
it's like
fuck,
it's so
Redcap.
it's so bizarre.
Redcap, listen. I'm sorry.
I'm listening.
I know you're looking at that cave, and you're feeling kind of brave.
I
Go
can't
to
agree.
bed. It'll be all right. Don't mind at
Okay,
night.
Don't mind at night.
Just
It is-
dance. All right.
They didn't even just do a parody. They created their own lyrics, but they didn't make it ponyfied. So it's just like an AU version of Don't Mind at Night. Of like the original like Don't Mind at Night, which is
Kimo.
just a
Oh,
Minecraft parody.
yeah.
Listen,
Now my
Kimo.
entire
Kimo.
my entire recommended page is
I know you're looking at that cave,
Project Thundercloud.
and
My
you're
Little-
feeling kind of brave. Go to bed. It'll be all right. Don't
Just
mind at
shock.
night.
Shanks is single-handedly carrying the entirety of the MLP community's content, like
agree.
fucking Atlas. Like
I fucking
Atlas.
love Shunks. Yeah.
Scott word from the
Chunks is
Like,
good.
okay. Okay, I want to sound
Among
Shanks
Us.
if you're listening to this. You're the brace face like lisp he has that gives you a boner.
I have no
Well, now-
idea who Chunks
well, I mean-
is. I'm sorry.
Good YouTuber.
Good YouTuber shit. They have a Yaksona.
They're very
Oh, I know
Very
that person. You misgendered them.
What did I say? What did I say? What did I
You
say?
said he. That individual is.
Did I say he?
is
No, I said
No,
they.
you
I
said
said-
she.
Of trans
I
feminine
did-
she- I
descent.
Hey, dude, I'm an
Descent.
ally.
Like it's a fucking. Like
Chemo
it's
said she. I'm pretty sure.
I said they. I don't remember saying she though. I was like, I forgot.
It was
I may have
either
said
they or
he, I don't
she.
know.
They did not get misgendered, as far as I'm aware.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Hold on.
I hope
Look
not.
at this
If you're listening to
thumbnail.
this, I'm
Look
sorry.
at
I
this
really like
thumbnail.
Shunks.
Look at this thumbnail.
And I lo-
For those of
Which
you that
one?
can't see this
Oh,
thumbnail, I'm gonna send it. Hold on.
I don't like. Okay.
Chunks
I
holding
really like
hands.
Shanks, but
It's Chunks holding hands with Squidward suicide with this smug
yeah,
ass
that was a good-
smile.
It's great. Their channel is fantastic.
Great.
I love them.
Their new video though kind of eats ass. The fucking the little toy shop like video games. The writing style changed. It's trying to like be more more flashy.
I'm gonna be watching some Shunks videos after this in order to cleanse my mind from the Adam Sandler film, which shall not be named.
The blood will never wash off your hands. No matter what you do,
Oh,
you're gonna wake up every
you
morning as a
under-
man who's
You
watched
underestimate.
8 crazy nights. It'll never escape
You
from your psychology.
underestimate my brain's ability to forget things.
I will say the words 8 crazy nights every time I start a conversation with you.
I literally said "shall not be named" because I had forgotten the title of the movie
8
briefly.
crazy nights. Adam Sandler's hit.
It's already
anime
started.
comedy, 8 crazy nights.
A month from now, I will not remember its existence.
A month from now, I may be found dead, and if I kill myself within the month, Adam Sandler, the only thing on my suicide list will just say Adam Sandler.
Naga, I think you need to go to therapy and have a moment with Dr. Wolf. Am I right? Dude, what the fuck? Anyone here remember that?
I don't know who Dr. Wolf is.
Neither
He was
do
like,
I.
he was like an MLP YouTuber who was like diagnosing members of the community with like MLP related like psychology problems. It
I
was so
don't.
fucking
I don't
it
know
was
this.
I
so
vaguely remember
it was
hearing
so
about
shit.
Dr. Wolf, but I've gone out of my way to make this podcast not a drama podcast, not talking about random people like that. And I know the only thing that person is
I don't
known
think-
for is being a weirdo, and I'm not here to do that sort of shit. We're here to talk about media, please.
Look,
I'm
All
so
I'm saying is
glad that this
probably agree
podcast
with me.
was 30 minutes of Adam Sandler, and then the rest of it, My Little Pony, Dragon Ball, and literally anything else.
I would.
Can
Honestly,
Adam Sandler,
if Doctor
can Whitey beat Goku? What's the power scaling on Whitey?
I'm googling Adam Sandler My Little Pony OC.
would then
Look up Whitey
would
power scaling. Whitey
would
Whitey 8 Crazy Nights power scaling.
guys? Okay, I think you're missing the point here. We should do. We should figure out how strong is Whitey compared to SpongeBob, so we can like easily find out how many SpongeBob's takes to beat Goku and like adjust for the Whitey.
To be frank, I don't think that Whitey could beat a single SpongeBob.
SpongeBob. Yeah, so that's why I count. If it takes like 5 billion SpongeBob's to kill Goku, we adjust by how many Whiteys we think
One
we take one
SpongeBob
SpongeBob.
kills Goku. I'm sorry, SpongeBob is an immortal being.
Yeah, that's the issue. Is there's a whole episode of SpongeBob where the plot is that he can't get hurt when the one bully, right?
Dude, fucking no, that's nothing. What feats do we have from Flats? Like, what has he done that makes him done? He's probably a weak ass.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Is this is why I hate power scalers, right? Because power scalers don't really give a shit about the actual plot. They just care about, well, what's his feats? What's the exact math that we can do, right? But like the point of that is that SpongeBob cannot be permanently hurt by anything because he's a sponge and he's squishy. It's the same way that like One Punch Man, Saitama just wins. Saitama wins.
Yeah.
And you can say, oh, well, we see him do XYZ things, so we can see that he's a planet buster. No, he's not a planet buster. He's not a multi-universe character. He just wins. Because the character's powers and... Oh, I restarted Discord. I accidentally restarted Discord.
On a scale-
I accidentally restarted Discord. No, I accidentally restarted Discord. Characters' powers
thought that was
and
the
the
joke you were
strength.
making.
No, characters' powers and the strength of their abilities only exist insofar as they forward the plot. Insofar as they serve the plot. And when the plot is that One Punch Man just wins, then he just wins. And anytime you go, who would win, Saitama or 13 billion SpongeBobs? It's Saitama. Who would win, Saitama or Goku? Goku would not win. Saitama always wins. That's the character. This anger, I'm starting to sober up. This is how I would have been through the entirety of 8 Crazy Nights if I wasn't drunk, by the way.
By the way,
I'm seeing the memes you're sharing.
one Popeye the Sailor Man beats Saitama.
No, he doesn't, because Saitama just wins.
Yes, he does.
Saitama just wins. He just wins.
Saitama does not just win.
He does.
Because
he
that's
just
not
wins.
fun. That's not a fun discussion.
That's the character, though.
Okay.
That is the
In
plot.
terms of- in
The
terms of-
plot! It's called One Punch Man! It's called One Punch Man because he always wins in one punch. That's the character. That's
You know
the
who I fucking
concept.
despise? In terms of like these
And
like fucking
Popeye
like,
the Sailor Man
hypothetical
can
1v1s
turn
with
One
Batman.
Punch Man
I
into
fucking
a
hate
bunch of
Batman,
eggs.
Like whenever it's like he just always like magically knows like what's exactly needs to be done to like defeat a character.
What? Fuckface was talking over you.
Oh, sorry.
Repeat yourself, please.
Who's
Oh.
fuckface?
You!
I actually did. Which?
You haven't answered the question because we're both talking.
You!
Hey, Chemo.
You are fuckface.
You know, I'm going to act. Chemo, I'm going to pretend that I'm fuckface. You may continue.
I was gonna say I fucking hate Batman in these like 1v1 hypothetical scenarios because he just always knows magically what to specifically do to beat whichever character he's facing. It's bullshit.
So the issue with that is that when people use a character, most characters only have one or two iterations of them, but Batman has fucking a million iterations of him over almost 100 years now. And what they do is they use the amalgam of all the different versions of that character instead of one individual version of the character, which becomes Batman being the most overpowered character ever despite having no powers because he has all of the highest like the all of the biggest feats from every version of Batman ever. No single version of Batman is actually that powerful. Most versions of Batman are fighting against the odds the entire time, like a complete fucking freak who only barely makes it out alive every night.
Who
Yeah.
wins, Whitey or the
Whitey
Dairy
versus,
Queen lips?
Whitey versus Batman.
Whitey versus Dairy Queen lips.
The Dairy Queen lips.
Probably
I'm
let Whitey
sorry.
win. Everything what?
The Dairy Queen lips.
Oh, the big lips,
So Batman, here's the
like the
thing
ones from like the
with
Rocky
Batman.
Horror.
The Batman that beat Superman in The Dark Knight Returns, it took him a lifetime. It literally took that version of Batman a lifetime to get that kryptonite. And it took him a lifetime to build up the courage and the ability and the allies necessary, not even to kill Superman, but just to weaken him enough to kick his ass and teach him a lesson, right? And that entire
Yeah.
lifetime worth of work is condensed down into a single fucking bullet point on his character sheet for power scalers that act like this is one character.
It's kind of weird how it's only Batman. Like, are other like DC or Marvel characters like also treated the same way?
Iron Man sometimes and Mr. Fantastic, because everybody wants to relate to the guy that's super smart and super rich and like makes his own powers. Mr. Fantastic has
Yeah.
powers, but he's much more known as like the super smart scientist guy nowadays.
Yeah. This kind of this like, movement like saying like, oh, Mr. Fantastic is actually an asshole and a bad father. Can you guys confirm that? I only ever heard like memes of it.
He kind of is, to be frank. He's very much
Dude, that's
like
what
the
that's
sort of he's the kind of person that Venture Bros was made to mock as a character. I think that's
okay,
enough.
I get it.
That's enough. Like Mr.
Dude, have you
Mr.
guys-
Impossible in the Venture Bros isn't exactly a good lampoon of Mr. Fantastic, but the show as a whole definitely is.
Yeah. Dude, we should power scale Bad Father, who's like a worse father, Mr. Fantastic or fucking Hayao Miyazaki. LOL, am I right?
I don't even know who that is from the name alone, to be honest. I know it's someone important.
Miyazaki,
That's the movie guy, right?
the Ghibli guy. He created Ghibli, yeah.
That's the guy that
Studio
made
Ghibli, Hayao
Ponyo,
Miyazaki.
right?
They made Ponyo, yeah.
Made Ponyo and
He's like a
nothing else of worth.
I love that story where he saw his son's first film. Halfway through, he walked out, and when he was asked for comment, the only thing he said was, "My son is but still a boy."
Huh? Repeat your whole
So
thing, I'm
bad.
sorry.
What did I say?
Repeat the whole thing, I'm sorry.
I said when Hayao Miyazaki watched his son's first film, he walked out of the theater halfway through, and when he was asked for comment, the only thing he said was, "My son is but still a boy."
That's so cruel, dude. That's so, like, I might have actually gotten violent. Like, not even as his son. As the reporter, I might have just fucking decked that man across the face.
Yeah.
Like, finish the fucking movie, you fucking twat. I'm never
He's like
paying
notorious for being like.
I'm never paying for a Ghibli movie ever again. I will put it on legal record. I am going to steal and pirate every Studio Ghibli movie I watch for the rest of my life.
Yeah. He's like notorious for being like an anal asshole. There's not a single film he's made that he's actually like proud of, if I recall.
That is more relatable. That's much more of like a thing with creatives. It's very hard to
Yeah, yep.
enjoy any of the things that you make.
But I think it's a step like kind of like beyond when you like apply that to like other people's art, especially your fucking son.
Whoa, Lantern, E,
Fucking,
funny. It's funny because it's E, because we're not living in 2016.
Dude, like what if?
Because it is
What if you like
equally as
Photoshop
entertaining
Markiplier's
as
face on Lord Farquaad and it's like E?
What if we put
my attention
Markiplier's
span's
face?
gone. I'm sorry.
What
I
if we
watched
put
an entire
Markiplier's
movie
face on
and
Lord
then
Farquaad?
Dude, like putting B, dude, like that's like the B
And
emoji
no, what you
randomly.
do is you take Lord Farquaad's head, put it on Mark Zuckerberg's body from that one time he was in court, and then change that face into Markiplier's face. Then deep fry the image. E.
Oh shit, you're right. What if we
Guys, I
took
think I
the how? What if we took the bridge from the Full House intro and then we made it say Naruto?
I've never seen that meme.
It's. I mean, it's not a meme yet. I'm describing a meme that we could make.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you were doing the thing where you're describing a meme that already exists as a joke, pretending it's
guys,
new.
I think we need to wrap it up. My parents are calling me. I need to eat downstairs.
I'm so ready to not be here right now. I hope you have a nice day.
How far?
Yeah, okay.
How?
Like, do you have,
How? What? What do you think the time is on this recording?
Uh,
okay? Do we do the outro?
you
take
tell me.
take a guess.
Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows
Everyone
you're.
knows where it's at. That's the intro.
It's. Did you leave? We didn't do the outro yet. You faggot.
He left. He fucking left.
Okay, fine. I was planning on doing the
I
funny
called you
thing
a
of just
homophobic
leaving.
slur, by the way, when you were gone.
Good.
We're doing the outro.
Okay.
Okay, so I give
What
this
even
movie.
is the outro?
I give this movie 1 out of 8 crazy nights. I give it 3 out of 10
I give it a four.
bananas in the monkey
I give it
box
a four.
review.
I get a 4 out of 10.
This movie is a 1 out of 10.
My life will never be the same. I think I've had a similar experience watching this movie as someone who was like sexually assaulted. I think they're comparable. I can't
To
say
be
it
clear,
with a straight
Shrek
face.
1 is
I
like an
can't.
8.5
I can't say that
out of
with a
10.
straight
Okay,
face.
thanks.
I'm
Bye. I
sorry.
gotta eat fucking the kill beats. Yeah.
Okay, you have a good night, everyone. Don't kill yourself. 8 crazy nights forever.